Holy shit, we made it to the end of the season. Round 14 of 14. We are in Northern Ireland today for the last round of the Sim Racing Online Championship. Mini Coopers! I have secured third in the championship. There is no way of me getting second in the championship. But first and second are still up for grabs. I was gonna show you the calendar. I might as well. So we've been 14 rounds. We've been all over the globe. But now we're in Northern Ireland. Oh, can't see the text there. But we've been to places like Zandvoort. We've been to Anglesey in Wales. We've been to Brands Hatch in the UK. We've been to Macedonia. We've been to Donington Park. We've been to somewhere called Bikaniki, which I don't know where that was. Latvia? Maybe. Monte Carlo we've been. Another round I can't pronounce and I can't remember where it was. Alton Park. We've been over in the USA with Gingerman Raceway. We've been up to Scotland in Knockhill. We came down from Scotland to Thruxton. And we even did last round at Blackwood, which was a fictional track. And now we are finishing with a corker of a track from Northern Ireland. Based in 1955. And 7.416 miles, 11.935 kilometres long. So it's going to be a challenge. I've done a little bit of practice. It's about nearly a 5-minute lap. So we're going to need all the practice we can get. Right. Let's hopefully switch over to a cockpit. Unfortunately, my BPM monitor doesn't seem to be working today. So I'm going to have to make do without it. If it suddenly starts working midstream, then so be it. But for some reason, my phone doesn't want to connect to it at the moment. So we're just going to have to go what we have. Okay, right, let's put the tower on. Let's put the qualifying box on too. There we go. So, make sure I'm not going to lob anything off the desk. There we go. I'm fueled by Iron Brew today. We were hoping for a few more drivers. We've got the bare minimum for the amount of for a championship round. But I think I'm in the centre of the cockpit. Pretty much. Good if I changed up a gear, wouldn't it? And what I want to do beforehand is push the brake, and we also want to turn the crew chief on. It's something that I always forget to do.
Radio check.
Spotter radio check.
Right, okay. Let me know if the sound levels are suitable. Ooh.
Okay, mate, I'll do the spotting.
I don't know what the speed limit is.
Mid exit's clear, don't cross the white line.
Somewhere out in the countryside. Now I've memorised this track a little.
Yellow flag in Sector 1.
The banks are lethal, so you've got to stay away from those. Same as the end of that bridge there. I always forget that that is literally just a lift. So this race could actually decide the championship between the top two. They are very, very close. I think there's only about 20 points between them. I haven't actually worked out the championship calculations. I'm going to have to move my overlays so I can see my rear mirror, because that's going to be vital in the Mini. Right, lift there. I'm tempted not to actually mess with the gear ratios, really.
Sector 1 is green.
Got that corner was sharp. Right, you got to keep the nose in in this bit. It's coming up. There's a hairpin. Slight lift for that corner. I'll lift a little more for this one. Down a gear for the next one. And up a gear and medium throttle so you don't run wide over the finish line. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's switch to... Thank you very much, Ben. I'm gonna need all the luck in the world. But the result of this race doesn't actually change anything for me personally. It could decide the championship for the top two though, so... Right, relative... Need to move my relative... left, right... up, down... rotation... Yeah, down, up, down. There we go. That should be. Right. I've arranged my relative so I can see it properly. I feel a bit low in the cockpit.
Okay, mate, I won't do the spotting. Okay, I'll spot.
But it's been a long 14-round championship. And we've had crashes, we've had second places, third places, fourth places.
Exit is clear. Don't cross the line.
So my next season is so I think it's either I've got one that might be on a Tuesday. It's me trying to talk and drive a place like this. So you got to stay out of that bank, because if you hit that bank, you're going over. So my next one should be a Sunday, I think. A Tuesday and a Sunday. And I'm tempted to just do one of them. I don't know. Oh, there's a rainbow. I don't know whether to do both. Now, one of them is an Alfa Romeo. I don't know what kind of class of car it is, but it's doing classic tracks, which is quite interesting to me. So it's doing tracks that are kind of themed around the 50s and 60s. So, hello there! Thank you for joining me for my last race of the season. Oh! No! Ooh, I'm intact! I'm intact! Am I facing the right way?
Okay, Neil, you had some minor aero damage. Stay out, it's not that bad.
Oh, minor aero damage. It's not pointing in the right direction. Ugh. That's a good start. That's a good start. So, one season... Well, I might as well actually check the website whilst I'm here. Now that I'm back in the pits. Let's get rid of... The music isn't too loud, is it? Alright, so... Music is fine. Good, good, good. Right, so I do have the opportunity to do some Indy cars, some 1990 Indy cars, but I don't think I will do those because I'm not very good in high downforce cars. So that would be on a Sunday, and it's alternating with another series on a Sunday, which is the Alfa Romeo World Challenge. And that's only a 6-round championship, but it's going to tracks which are, as I say, back in the kind of 50s, 60s, and 70s era. So we're going to South Africa, Kyalami, Rouen in France. I think it's going over to Canada. Then it's going to Mexico. I don't know where Magnificent Park is. I think that's in the US. And then it's going to Le Mans. So it's basically like a touring car thing. The other one is a Porsche Sprint series, which is classed as GT4 cars. And that's on a Tuesday. So they're all starting up. And they're only 6-round championships. And I think they're every 2 weeks. So 718, yeah, GT4. The Porsche is a UK championship, so Silverstone, Thruxton, Croft, Alton Park, Brands Hatch, Donington Park, which actually might be kind of cool. It's probably not going to be using any of the paid versions though. But still. So as I said, just got to keep it pointing in the right direction. I'm not going to, even if I crash out of this one, I'm not going to lose anything in the championship because I've secured 3rd. I mean, even if the person that's in 4th wins, they can't overtake me. So I'm hoping there might, would it be 5 people? Or is there going to be one more? All you basically need to know about racing is keep the wheels on the ground. That's it. That's all you need to know. Don't crash into any solid objects, including other cars. That's all it is. So we've got 15 minutes to try and figure out what way this track is pointing.
Track's
Now,
clear. Push, push, push.
The unique thing about this track is we're going to be doing what's called a Le Mans start. So you see that the pit lane is actually pretty much the main straight. We're not going to be kind of sitting on the main straight when we start the race. We're going to be sitting in the pit lane kind of at a 45-degree angle. And we're going to move off from there. The admins did say you should maybe practice one start to see what would happen, so you're used to it. I forgot to do that. I've been busy with other things. So this is going to go really well. But I just need to stay out of trouble, really. I don't want to crash into anything. I don't want to crash into anybody. I just want to survive in one piece, because I think if you have bent steering around this track, it's going to be horrible. And we're in a Mini Cooper. A Mini Cooper is obviously a car which has got, what is it, 14-inch rims? They're not very big. Front-wheel drive. I'm not very good in front-wheel drive cars, so I use this league, or this series, as a bit of a baptism of fire. I wanted to just use it as a challenge. It's been very close racing. We've started off with 14 drivers, but unfortunately some of them fell by the wayside just because of either scheduling or it's getting closer to Christmas or what. But I think in some respects a lot of people just went, oh, it's too hard, let's give up, kind of thing, which I'm not. I'm in for the long haul. I never want to give up at anything, stubborn as I am. So there's been a good selection of tracks. There's been flat ones, there's been undulating ones, in ones that are out in the countryside like this. This is the longest track we've done this season. It's going to be about a 5-minute lap. Races are going to be 30 minutes long, so we should get, what, 5 laps, 6 laps done? So I'm really just hoping not to ruin anybody else's race. It's normally very tight in the first couple of laps, but we normally spread out a bit. I don't really want to be up someone's boot lid, especially with the track that's so narrow. In a lot of occasions, most drivers have been making their own mistakes, and I've capitalised on them, thankfully. I've just kept my nose clean some of the races. There's been some races where I have had to complete the whole 30 minutes with a damaged car because I either got run into on lap 1 or had an accident on lap 1. I suppose the admins of the series could have chosen the Isle of Man, which would have been horrible, because the Isle of Man TT course is about twice the size of this.
Sector 1, yellow flag.
Always struggle with the hairpin there.
We think that Brown has stacked it. Green flag, Sector 1.
So one of our members, a chap that in some of the rounds I've had really close races with, and in other rounds I've had collisions with him, either by misjudgment or just racing incidents. He's having problems at the moment where when the track grips up a bit, his car seems to flip over, which is not ideal. There's been a couple of results that I've thrown away by rolling the car. I haven't rolled it that often, but I rolled it enough.
Sector 1 is yellow.
But there was no way I was going to catch the top 2. They're just way too fast.
Green flag, Sector 1.
So I've got my iron brew. I can refresh myself. And
the leader has just done a 4:30.9.
4:30? Gosh.
Sector 1 is yellow.
There's going to be someone around this corner.
Looks like the leader's binned it. Sector 1 is now green.
It always worries me because you never know what's going to be around the next corner when there's a yellow flag or something. Now, in most cases, I've never really been good in the qualifying stage. I've always qualified worse than I have in the race. Qualified
like Sector 1.
further down the order than I have finished
Sector
in the
1
race.
is green.
And I'm quite proud that I've actually been able to make up places in the race by using racecraft. So, obviously the endurance event that you're talking about, Ben, it was a little bit of a mess. I watched I think I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the proper broadcast because it was so long. Or maybe that was the Targa Florio one. But there was a lot of people, obviously, that were driving, 1950s sports cars. Lots of V8s and things. 2 litre, 3 litre and 5 litre in capacity. But people were just really over driving a bit and ending up in the hedge. But I mean, we're not going to set lap records in these Mini Coopers. It's just a Sunday drive around the countryside at 200 kilometres an hour. All it is. So has everyone done their Christmas shopping? I've done mine, I just need to wrap it. Got my nieces and nephews some PS5 games to play. I'm hoping they're actually age appropriate. My brother-in-law seems to let them play games that are kind of a bit older than them. So I'm hoping that I'm not kind of breaking the rules by giving them a game that's similar. No, not quite. Not that bad. So, games that they've got already are things like superhero stuff. So, that obviously has a bit of violence in it. So, they're normally like for 12-year-olds and up. So, I kind of based my selections on that. So I managed to find, what did I get? I got Goat Simulator, which when I bought it I thought that would be very silly for one of my nephews because he's a bit wacky. He's a bit nuts like that, and I'm sure he will enjoy throwing the goats around. When I got it, it did say
in this session.
It did say bad language on the back.
5.0 off the pace.
And I was a bit worried because I don't know what it means when it says bad language. Maybe they'll just say bum or something, I don't know. Seem to be topping out there. Let's have a look at the... gears. So we are up. See, putting third gear up is not going to be a good idea. Look at fourth gear. Goes from there to there. I could try it, but I don't think it's going to work. I just need to leave. I mean, I'm not going to be drafting anybody. So... but I need to leave a little bit of headroom for sitting behind somebody. Alright, got 5 minutes till quali.
All clear on pit exit.
Oh! Yeah. I was topping out at 200 on that straight, and I'm not even getting to 190, so I'm just going to have to go with that gear ratio.
Car right. Right side's clear. Car right. Clear right.
Yep. We're just going to have to go with what we got. And hope other people crash. That's what we're going to have to do. Oh, what did John say? Did he say that he can spectate? Yes. They won't appear in the results. Good. I don't know if I've actually done a clean lap yet. I'm last, but... Now, I know some people might not know much about racing, but what you might know about my car, if you can see it, lime green with a black bonnet. I'm running the Mr. Bean colours, and I have been all season.
Pit exit's clear.
So I haven't checked the numbers on the new series, the Alfa Romeos and the Porsches. Obviously, they start at a week into January. It'd be nice if you could join us, Ben. It's been a while since you've done some league racing with me. And I mean, you'd probably like the Alpha series, considering the classes of tracks that we're doing. So... I mean, who doesn't like 50s and 60s tracks? They're classics. What's quite mad is these roads actually exist. Don't you think that's nuts? Oh, I'm gonna find a Mini on its roof around here somewhere. It's usually this bit that someone rolls it. So. See all these spectators? Everyone cheering me on in their front garden. But what I may be able to do next season as well, what I tend to do for some of these series is have external cameras, so you can see what's going on outside of my car, so not just from my point of view. I couldn't do it this season because I would have had to buy 2 copies of the same cars, but for my next seasons in the Porsches or the Alphas, it's all free content, so I'm going to be having switchable cameras. And I'm going to see if I can actually get the channel points things to work, so that you can switch cameras with your channel points. So I have to try and figure that out.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
The I haven't actually put them on a calendar yet, but they're actually
sector 1.
They're bi-weekly, so at least one series is bi-weekly. I don't know about the other one, whether they're actually coming up on the same weeks or not. It would be great if they're bi-weekly, but on different weeks, so that I could do one week and one the other, if I'm lucky. But they're only like 6-round series, so it's only going to be 12.
In sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
They're only going to be 12-week championships.
We think
so.
Penny has crashed. Sector 1 is clear.
I just find it disappointing that we had started out with 14 cars in this championship and then we've ended up with 5. So I know one person had to pull out because of injury. Which sounds bad when you say it like that, but you don't really want to be wresting a car around with all the jolts and bumps and things if you've got a dodgy shoulder, so... So I'm going to plot it all out on a calendar. I don't know whether...
That's the end of the session, P5.
Oh, it's a 15-minute qualification. Okay. How much fuel for 15 minutes?
We don't have enough data for that.
Fuck. Well, let's just say it's half fuel. I guess there's no pit speed limit then.
All clear on pit exit, you can push now. Alright Neil, we've got 14 minutes to get a decent lap in.
I may drop behind this car a little when we come across the line. Now this is the guy that I was talking about. We had some fantastic battles at Thruxton until unfortunately he rolled his car. I actually prefer racing this...
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 24 Celsius.
This circuit in kind of afternoon sunlight. It actually makes it look a bit better. Oh, he's going to hit the end of the bridge. Oh, that was close, Phil. We've also got a young lady that races with us called Caitlin. She unfortunately has internet problems, so she's had a couple of disconnection problems, one of which was right before the race, so she didn't even make it to the grid. A couple of times it's been just before a qualification session or something, so she's been a bit unlucky. I had a fantastic battle with her last round at Blackwood. We were swapping places like a couple of times a lap, nearly for the entire 30 minutes, and I only finished ahead of her because she came out the final corner and hit a curb and nearly rolled the car, so she had to kind of steer the opposite way to recover, which made her run over the grass, and I finished in front of her by 0.4 of a second. So it was very, very cool. It's all chopped up on the VOD, so you can see it from my point of view. We also used to have outside broadcasts, so we used to have someone that did commentary and things, but I think since the numbers dwindled, they didn't kind of see the point. Ooh. Okay, have fun, Ben. Stay safe and all that. Don't crash. It all seems so slow on this section. Just seems to go on forever. We're going uphill, I think. I always either overcook that corner or slow down too much for it, so... But thank you all for joining me today. I know this is not all everyone's cup of tea. I'm not always a GTA roleplay streamer. This is my speciality. Bit of sim racing. All good. It's all good. I've got to remind myself of what part of the track I'm on. Right, that's a lift. Sometimes all of this grass and greenery, I forget which bit of the track I'm on. Right, this is a downer gear. And this is the final corner where you've got to make sure that you don't run wide into the crowd.
Neil, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. That's last.
Thanks, Jim. I can always count on you for confidence. I'd like to at least get one lap in. I'm going to do a slight lift there, and I'm going to do a bit of a larger lift here. And then I'm going to come down one gear here. Oh dear.
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. You've got a little bit of bodywork damage there. Green flag, Sector 1.
Thankfully the steering's not damaged. That was impressive though, landing on my wheels again. Well, I think I've got a little bit of steering damage. Oh no, not again. Not again.
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag.
Should I give up with quali? Right, what direction are we going?
Green flag, Sector 1.
I think it's this way. Yeah. One clean lap is all I asked for. It's always tricky when one session is under certain lighting conditions and then suddenly it switches. Key thing is to never judge your braking point as shadows and things. It's habit that I do that, but I mean, possibly I got a little bit of damage, which is affecting my top speed, but we're going uphill now, so you get to relax for a little bit. Because that's one thing I kind of forget to do, is actually take a... You know, if I'm just going in a straight line, I don't need to be tense at the wheel, you know? suppose one thing is about this track, if there is a faster person behind you, there'll be limited places for them to pass unless they can really get significantly better exits than you. But oh. Alright, so the leader's done a 4:31 and a 4:32. I'm just hoping to do one lap without rolling over.
Okay, Neil, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
I don't even think I'm going to get a lap in. Oh no, I can finish the lap that I'm going to be going on to, but that's about it.
We're running on fumes, mate. Sector 2 is 5.1, off the pace. Sector 3 is 6.2, off the pace.
5 minute 25. I don't think that's competitive. It would be funny if I put this lap in and suddenly it goes on pole. No, it's not going to. But we're going to be starting at a 45-degree angle from the pit lane, like a Le Mans start. Which I've not done before.
Sector 1 is 4.1, off the pace.
Well, I'm already 1.5 off of my best. I'll have to check my energy levels after I finish this race, because I might do some role play, might not.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Oh, caught up a little bit of time now. Oh, it's going to be a very lonely race, I suppose.
Very little fuel left.
By fullbacks. They always slow down too much for that corner, I think. I can't imagine what the outside of my car looks like. Like a 50p piece, I think. The last thing you want to do is run wide at a hairpin and clatter the barrels, the bales at the end. I'm half a second up than my personal best. I don't even know what my personal best was now.
That's the end of the session, P4.
I'm probably going to stay P4. No way this lap time is going to do me any favours. Yeah, 4:43. Not really a fan of this music. Which we have. Switch to this. That's not really any better. It's either pop music, hip hop, industrial, lo-fi, or metal. I've not got a lot of choice. Yes. Let's have a sip of iron brew before the gets going. A 4:30 was the top time now. Yummy! Alright, let's turn off the qualifying box. So I'm last but one. I think Caitlin might still be doing her lap. Whoa! Steady on there. What a bad time there. Know where they are on the lap. They're just coming over the finishing line, so let's see what lap time they do. 4:51. So I don't know if we're gonna have a warm up. But what I should be able to do. Having trouble moving. There we go. Alright, might as well have a look at the session standings there. I got a 4th place. I might just let 5th place go, to be honest. I don't really want to be harried for the entire round. But we'll see what happens in the race. I don't know why I went northern then, but hey. Whew, right. Right, so we're on to warm up now. Gas setup, just sure. He did say did say that... can't remember what I was going to say now. Nope, it's completely gone out of my head. I don't really think there's any point going out for warm-up. Jesus! Right, so here's the championship situation. Problems with my left earphone, which is a headset problem, unfortunately. Right, so if I can Alt tab every time, and my keyboard's not in a great place. So Rob Swindell's actually got pole, and Kirillov got second. Now, the way this championship works is it's 25 points for a win and 18 for second. So Rob Swindell's has got 223 points. Kirillov has got 213. So, if we look at the points, if I've done my maths correctly, so if Kirill finishes in first, that's 25 points. So that puts him on 238. Is that right? Yes. 238. Now, Rob can only finish least in fifth. So fifth is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 10 points. So that would put him on 233 points. So he needs to finish a minimum of...
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
So 223, 233, 233. If he finishes third, he will be equal on points. So if Kirill finishes first and Rob finishes third or higher, well, third, and he's equal on points. Now, if it's count back, then Kirill wins because they've both got 5 wins apiece. Although Rob has got more podiums, so it might go to Rob on countback. It depends how they do their countback rules. So if he gets second, if Kirill wins and Rob comes second, then Rob has got the championship because this is too many points. So he could, if he wanted to, let Kirill go off into the distance. Right, I'm just catching up. Run to your car. Crash when again, please. Okay. We might have Caitlin may or may not make the race. Caitlin works her game. Apparently it's on Wi-Fi.
That's the end of the session. P4.
And apparently it doesn't like when switching sessions, because it seems like there's a big packet loss and she drops off the server. So there's something about the game which she doesn't like. So, here we go. Here goes the race. Actually gonna roll up my sleeves.
The track temp is 22. The air temp is 22 Celsius. 60 minutes.
Thinks we're doing 60 minutes for some reason. Right, so we're not on a hill, so I can probably switch to first. Yeah. Right, so there should be someone appearing next to me.
Okay, I can give them calls.
Floor 8. Understood. We're not going to change the tyres this time round.
Reset VR. Alright, first few corners unscathed.
Car on your right side. Keep your line. He's still there. Clear on the right.
Ooh, nearly hit the grass then. Gonna be a lonely race. changed gear a bit too early there.
You're last. Yellow flag in Sector 1. It looks like Penny has spun off.
Whew. That was a little scary.
Sector 1 is now green. The gap to brown ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
Always overcautious to that corner, but The gap to brown ahead is increasing. It's now 18 seconds. not doing too good with my lap times.
The leader has just done a 4:31. The gap to Penny behind is now 19 seconds.
I mean, the leader's doing a lap time which is 15 seconds faster than I am. So.
P4.
Even third place is doing a lap time which is about 12 seconds faster than me. Although I did have to...
Yellow flag, sector 1.
I did have to slow down for a rolled mini.
That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
Am I suddenly going to come across a rolled mini here?
Green flag, sector 1. Penny behind is pitting now. Yellow flag, caution.
Not sure what I'm getting the yellow flags about. I mean, I'd love to get a podium in my last race of the season. But it's going to depend on a mistake from somebody else. Well, whatever problem they had ahead, they've been able to pull away again. Oh, could you imagine if there was like 20 of these minis around here? It'd be insane, wouldn't it?
The leader's just done a 4:30.4.
Good for them. I'm not going to reach that lap time. I'm only doing a lap which is 1.5 better than what I've done so far. Well, 2 seconds better than what I've done so far. I'm going to be in the 440s.
That was a 4:41.6.
Wow, close. Car ahead did a 4:34, so I'm still 7 seconds off the pace.
Alright Neil, we're halfway home. We think about 18 minutes of fuel remaining. "15 minutes left."
I always overfill with fuel. Better to be safer than sorry, as the saying goes. Now, one thing I've never really got the hang of in this series is, obviously these are very low powered cars. I'm not used to front wheel drive, and they take a lot of you can't do too much hard braking because I haven't got a lot of horsepower to make up for the corner exit. So it's about keeping momentum up, and I've been very bad at doing that. Because my usual technique is to brake really hard and accelerate really hard. It's keeping up with the momentum, which I've struggled with.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
I've apparently got 16 minutes of fuel left, and there's 13 minutes in the race. I could be cutting it a bit fine here. I shan't worry about that just yet. I mean, I'm probably going to get lapped. Well, no, I can't get lapped. But it would be funny running out of fuel on the last round. So, if I need to, I'm going to put 4 litres of fuel in.
Green flag in Sector 1. That's your fastest lap today.
going to do some lifting and coasting, I think.
Hmm. 10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
Time flies.
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag.
Why is it telling me about Sector 1?
Sector 1 is clear.
Like someone might have rolled it ahead. Or spun. I'm not sure the relative is very accurate, to be honest. Keeps fluctuating the car ahead, but 19 seconds.
Penny behind is pitting.
I think she must be giving up. If she's that far behind, she thinks, well, I'm not going to bother doing another lap. In racing, you never give up because you don't know what's going to happen. Always very slow out the tight corners.
Okay, Neil, 10 minutes of fuel remaining. That's your quickest lap in this session. Very little fuel left.
Right side, you are clear on the right. Car on your right. Keep your line. Still there. Clear right.
says I'm going to be 1 litre short.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left.
Whoa, she was close. Well, 4 minutes left, and it's saying I've got 7 minutes in the tank. So it's going to depend when the leader crosses the line.
P4. We're running on fumes, mate.
So 3:21 a lap.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. Okay, Neil, you should have plenty of space on the exit. When we leave the pits, we think we'll be in P4. The pit crew is ready. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Now, I've never done a pit stop here, so I don't know.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
There isn't a pit speed limit. We're just gonna... Whoa.
All done, go! Pit exit's clear, push.
I just wanted to make sure that I was going to get to the end. Rear right temperatures are looking a bit strange. No, why?
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Who's binned it this time? Oh, third place might have done.
Sector 1 is green.
Maybe not.
Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Find someone on the roof just round one of these corners. I don't know if it's the last lap or not. This has probably definitely been my least competitive race. So off the pace. I mean, on shorter tracks it was less evident that I was off the pace. It was maybe a second or something, but on a course like this, I'm way off the pace. So. So it's finishing the season with a bit of a damp squib and not a explosion. I mean, if there's one more lap, then I'm gonna struggle. I'll probably roll over the line. Hey.
4. Okay, we're done.
And that's all she wrote. So with that result, I think Rob is champion. Oof. He did what he needed to do. He won the race. Right, so that's the end of the season. That is the end of the season. Finished in a 4th place. It was only because I kind of stayed with my wheels on the ground. It wasn't the greatest finish, but 3rd in the championship is not too bad. 3rd in the championship is not too bad. But it's been very enjoyable. I've put all the VODs up of each race, and I think next season's going to be even more interesting. See what happens. It's either going to be an Alpha, Porsche GT4s, or both. But we'll see.